Hello, guys. Good morning. Happy coffee talk. It's like early here. I got before something this morning. It's just one of those weeks where waking up has to happen super early. So coffee is as important as ever. So my coffee this morning is in this really cool Polish pottery mug that one of our Fit Me family members, Nikki, gave me, and I love this mug. It's got like a paisley print on it. I don't even know what paisley is, and I'm not even sure if I know what Polish pottery is, but it's blue and green and it's really pretty. And I'm drinking that same Cafe Soleil coffee. It's fine. I'm going to finish the bag. It'll be fine. And then I'm going to get some of my favorite coffee, some Wicked Wolf, and then I'll be very excited to tell you about that. So anyways, before we dive into the coffee talk topic of today, just a quick reminder that the Muscles and Movement Challenge is still going on right now, and it's not too late to join. The reason I say it's not too late is because in Fit Me, one of our core values is resiliency. And so we actually care that you get back on after you fall off. And so we give you 14 days to complete the 10-day challenge. So although the challenge started Monday and today is Wednesday, you can actually still jump in because you still have time to complete it. You even have room for one mulligan day and still complete it with everybody else. And so come join us for Muscles and Movement if you want to get consistent with your workout and exercise. It's really easy to play. You basically have to commit to doing at least 30 minutes of walking or a workout. I give you a bunch of workouts to choose from, and you have to watch a daily video that I put into the Facebook group. It's like 3 to 5 minutes long, and there's an action step. You do that, you win the day, and then you do that for 10 days, and you win the challenge. And I pick 3 winners and give them prizes. It's really fun. It's easy, but the most important thing is you actually get consistent with your movement and exercise, and that's probably why you need it more than the prizes. But the prizes are fun too. So yesterday, I got a message from a nutrition coach that I used to do mentorship with, and she sent me a message on text, and it was like, "Hey, were you the one that talked about this, consistency thing? Like, I can't remember what podcast I heard it on, but was this you? Because I have a client who's struggling, and I think she would really like to, needs to hear this in a different kind of way." And she's like, "Well, you explain it to me." I was like, "You know what? I've referenced it in a couple places, but why don't I do podcast episode on that tomorrow, and that way everybody can have it." So I want to talk to you guys about the brick method. This is the consistency method in my mind, and I've shared this on a couple podcasts, but even if you've heard it before, I want to recommend that you listen again because this is a game changer. Okay, this whole concept is going to free you to make progress. So here's the idea: all or nothing is really, really sexy. We get sucked into it. We want to be all in. In fact, we want to be all in so much that we don't do things sometimes because we're like, well, I don't really want to get started with that because I can't really commit fully, and I don't like to not commit fully. So we really rationalize it too. We give ourselves a whole bunch of reasons why we can't get started with something right now because we need to commit fully later because we want to be all in. We don't like the feeling of it not working out exactly as it should, whether that's it's perfect because we're able to like devote our full attention to it, or whether we know that we're going to be successful, so it's sort of like a guaranteed yes, or we just don't like doing something that we're not great at, and so it's just a really good reason to not do it, right? So we can say a bunch of reasons why we're not going to do something, with all or nothing sort of being the backbone of it. And we pretend like it's a badge of honor. We're like, when I do something, I'm all in. It's a badge of honor. We like it. And we also, and I say we because all of us kind of do this, is that we search for opportunities to do all or nothing throughout the year. So for example, New Year's is a big time when people do all or nothing, because they're all in. Let me get on the first diet train so that I can fix the problems that I started over the holidays. I am in, and it's a great season for that. And there's a couple other times throughout the year. I also know programs that are designed to play on this part of our brain and may or may not be helpful. Again, it kind of just depends on you. Like if you go all in on something for 30 days, 45 days, 75 days, and then afterwards you go all out, is that really good for you? I don't know. But I do know some people that those kind of programs are helpful for. So you just kind of have to know yourself. But all in mindset, this sort of like all or nothing, can be mostly problematic. And so I see this constantly. Every consult I do, I feel like 9 times out of 10, they're like, I really struggle with all or nothing thinking. Like, I've put this off for so long because I want to be able to go all in, and I know that I'm lying to myself. So I came up with this concept, and it's called the brick method. And really the idea is, you imagine that there's this giant pile of bricks, and we've got two two women, and they each have their own pile of bricks, okay? And this is like a mountain of bricks, okay? And there's a big hill in front of them, and they need to get the bricks up and over the hill. And this is sort of like a symbolism for creating change. Maybe that's losing weight, maybe it's like losing 50 pounds, maybe it's creating a healthy lifestyle, getting stronger, whatever. Getting the bricks up and over the hill is the name of the game, right? So girl on the top is the all or nothing girl, and girl on the bottom is the consistency method girl. This one that I'm talking to you about, this Fit Me consistency method that I came up with. So all or nothing girl, she commits to moving 10 out of 10 bricks. That is the most bricks you can move in a day, and she is all in. So in January, she goes all in, and she is moving 10 out of 10 bricks a day. And she's doing it with the all in squad, right? The all in people are near her. And so she is getting her 10 bricks, and she is taking them up and over the hill and taking them to the other side. And everything seems to be going great for a little while. In fact, everybody's watching and be like, wow, she's doing amazing. Like, look at all that progress. She's moved so many bricks already. It's only been 4 or 5 days, and look at all those bricks. And everybody in the all or nothing squad is also moving 10 out of 10 bricks. But here's the problem with all or nothing is that it's not in a vacuum that we're doing this, right? We're not just moving bricks in some sort of bubble. We have real life. And so real life happens for everybody in the all or nothing squad. One day or another, something happens and you can't move 10 out of 10 bricks. And so because you're all in and because that's what you said you would do and your day got messed up, well, then now you're out, right? Start over or just don't do anything at all because maybe she moved 10 days. She did really good actually. That's better than most people do. But say she did 10 days and she moved 10 out of 10 bricks every day for 10 days. Well, that's about 100 bricks, right? But then life happens. Kids got sick, stomach flu, whatever. She can't move 10 out of 10 bricks. She didn't make it to the gym that day. She didn't follow her plan. She forgot to drink her water. She, stayed up late screwing around on her phone. Like, not a good day. The day was a wash and now it's messed up. So because she's frustrated because she can't do 10 out of 10, then she's just done. And that's what happens most of the time with all or nothing thinking, right? Most of the time something happens and then it throws you off and then you're done for a while, right? Well, 10 out of 10 girl, all or nothing girl is going to restart a couple times a year. That's what we also know is true, right? She's going to probably start again before summer because she knows summer's coming. She wants to wear the summer clothes. So she's going to go ahead and restart and do the same thing again. And remember the all or nothing squad, they did the same thing too. Most of them quit. And so you're surrounded by people who are also quitting because they were also all or nothing. And so she doesn't feel that weird. And then every time she starts, everybody is pumped for her. Everybody's praising her. Wow, look at what you're doing. Oh my God, I want to do that too. Like we all know that vibe, right? And so we see her restart again, maybe like April or May because it's getting ready to be summertime, same game. She's perfect for a couple of days. Life happens. She stops. So let's just generously give her another day of another chunk of time, 10 bricks, perfectly done for 10 days. And then life happens and she quits. So she moves another 100 bricks. Then summer happens, definitely not doing anything over the summer, right? Why would you do anything over the summer? You got to travel, you got barbecues, you got stuff to do. It's not the convenient time. Like, let's wait till the fall when I can go all in and really focus on this. You know that this is something that we say. And then fall comes around and she's like, okay, kids are back in school. I can finally focus on me. I'm going to do it. Let's go all in. I'm ready. 10 out of 10 bricks for 10 days. She moves 100 bricks and then life happens, right? Something weird. Sports get moved. Has to go to the drive-in. Misses the gym. It's not working. Turns out you have to volunteer something at school. You didn't plan for that. And the water heater broke and now, everything's kind of messed up. So this is just not a good season. And so you're just going to wait a little bit and then probably jump back in later, right? That's what happens. So let's generously give her another 100 bricks that she moved. So all or nothing girl over the course of the year looked awesome a few times, went all in, told herself most of the rest of the time that she didn't need to because she couldn't go all in, moves 300 bricks. Okay, that is her progress for the year, 300, up and over the hill. Okay, now let's talk about consistency method girl. So she is not doing all or nothing. She's doing the consistency method. And with the consistency method, the game is you just move as many bricks as you can move that day. If it's a 10 out of 10 brick day, great. If it's a 1 out of brick day, good. Move it. So she is going to commit to moving as many as she can that day. Sometimes it's just getting the workout in. Sometimes it's following her food plan. Sometimes it's drinking her water. Sometimes it's going to bed early. Sometimes it's all of those things together and it's a great day. But she commits to moving 10 out of 10, she commits to moving as many bricks as she can do in one day. And so she also surrounds herself with other people who are doing that too. So here's what happens with the consistency method girl. She is moving bricks up and over the hill. And some days it doesn't feel very good because a 2 out of 10 day, nobody's cheering for you at a 2 out of 10 day. Nobody's like, yay, at least you drank your water. Nope, nobody cares because that doesn't look very sexy. And even your own mind, you're like, this is not working. Like, this isn't it, you know? But then you get up the next day, you get right back to it. What can I do today? Okay, and you go for it, right? So you go for it. You move as many bricks as you can move that day. Maybe it's 6. Maybe the next day you have a really great day and it's 8 or 9. And you keep doing this over the course of the year. Okay. And so consistency method girl, here's another thing that's cool is because she surrounded herself with other people who've done this too, they can remind her when she loses sight of how many things that she's already done, because sometimes that's really normal. We forget. We say like, I don't think I made any progress at all. You're sitting there and you're having a bad day and you're like, I didn't make any progress. And if you're with other people who've done this too, or who have been there before, or you've surrounded yourself with people or a coach, they're going to be like, hey, I know you're having a bad day, but look at all the progress you've already made. I know you can't see it. I'm standing on the top of this hill. I can see it on the other side. And so just keep going. And you're like, pick up whatever bricks you can do today. Let's go. We got this. Like, let's get back at it. We can do it. And so she keeps moving bricks, right? All year long, she just does what she can for the day and shows up. So let's just generously say she has a 6 out of 10 average, which is a D average in school, right? 6 out of 10 is a D. Nobody's putting your D up on the refrigerator with a big smiley face, right? D average, 6 out of 10 is all she did. What does that look like over the course of the year? Well, if you take 6 and you multiply by 365, she moved 2,190 bricks. So her progress for the year was 2,190. Meanwhile, the all or nothing girl moved 300. So sometimes people get into this head space where they think when we're talking about being consistent or showing up and doing what you can for the day, that's actually just like rah. Like it's just, oh, I'm just telling you that so, you feel better about yourself. No. This is actually something that translates into significantly better results. 300 versus 2,190. Which one do you want to pick if that was weight loss? Right? Do you want to do 300 or 2,000? That is the difference between all or nothing thinking versus showing up and doing what you can for the day with the consistency method. And I love this concept because sometimes I just need to tell myself, like, today was a 2 brick day. It's okay, right back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow's, maybe it's going to be a better day. And then maybe when on the days that you feel really good and you nail it, you're like, yes, today's a 10 day, did it. Or what if you have a 0, right? That's like even worse than a 2. Today was a total shit show all day. But because of this, you're not off the hook. You don't get to lie to yourself and tell yourself, well, I'm just going to start again next season, or maybe when I can go all in, then I'll do. No, because that lie now is no longer in the picture. You have erased it. You've taken your easy out and thrown it away and said, you know what? I'm committing to do what I can today. So this concept is super effective. And I know I've referenced it on different podcasts, but I thought I would just break it down in detail on this one so that you can go back to it. And maybe you can send it to a friend and say, like, let's do this brick method together because this all or nothing isn't working. Or, hey, like, I need a homie who can do this with me. And that way we can have this shared language of like, hey, you had a 4 brick day or a 6 brick day or whatever. But I promise you, this works. This creates better results in the long run and in the short run. But at the end of the day, it's not going to feel as sexy. It's not. You're probably going to be like, this just doesn't seem as cool. You're right. But guess what? It gets better results. And on the days where I'm doing 2 or 3 and I'm watching everybody sit out on the sidelines because they're waiting for the all-in moment, I know in my head I'm making progress. And it's not that I'm saying like I'm making progress and they're not, but I'm just glad that I am in a different headspace where I know that it does matter that I'm continue to keep going. And it does matter that you continue to keep going. And you do have the ability to choose to say, I'm not willing to be in this like all or nothing headspace anymore. I'm going to take action. I'm going to do something today. And so I want to encourage you to go ahead and let go of the all or nothing mindset and commit to doing this consistency method, going with the brick idea, and knowing that if you apply that over a lifetime, you're going to be in an entirely different place. And at the end of the day, it's not rewarding to feel like you went the whole year and didn't make progress. And the all or nothing trap is how we get to that headspace where we're like, I did do stuff a couple times, but I failed and it didn't work. Though that's like that signal, right? It didn't work. It was supposed to be perfect and it didn't, and I couldn't do it. So there's something wrong with me, or maybe the plan wasn't right or whatever. That's not it. The problem is that this belief that we could be perfect or show up and do that in our real life, it was never going to work. And so you have to shift your mindset to something that is going to work. So hopefully this episode was helpful for you. Again, save it, share it, whatever you need to do, reference this. I hope today is a 10 brick day, but if it's not and it's a 2 brick day, then good job you for doing what you can, because that's the club that I'm in. And so we can do this together if you need help. This can be something that we can share. And so if there's any way that I can help you, just let me know. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, an email, Christy@fitmenutrition.com. If there's any way I can help, I'm happy to help, whether that is just pointing you in the right direction. If you need some coaching, if you need some direction, if you want to play our free games, whatever, I know that there's something that can help you move forward, and I would love to do that if you need it. So thanks for plugging into Coffee Talk. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Fit Me Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. And if you're not a part of our Facebook group yet, go to Facebook, search Fit Me Community, request to join the group. I'll add you there. That's where all the action happens for these free games and challenges every single month. You can jump into Muscles as Movement. We've got some great stuff planned for April, and I hope to see you there. Take care. Bye.